Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy, and I'm your host Reasonable Gamer. So, last time we were talking about the huge gushing amount of water that just poured out of the bottom of the kitchen sink. So to give you an idea of how much water came out of there, um, my wife ran downstairs and grabbed every single towel she could find and started putting it well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm screaming to her, shut off the water, shut off the water. I don't know how to shut off the water. Where do I shut it off? I don't know how to shut off the water. Because I really am derp when it comes to these types of things. So we're like yelling at each other, like, what are we going to do? Oh, we're screwed. We're so screwed. And like, we're panicking. And then I realized that the hose that came undone underneath the sink is the hot water. And I'm trying to put it back on there, like hold it there so I can think of something to do. And it starts burning my hand. So I'm like screaming, turn off the water! Oh, turn off the hot water tank! Turn it off! Ah! And it's just getting worse by the minute, we can't get the water to stop. And now my hand is burning. Oh boy. What a mess, right? Let me just get this fire flower and I'll continue the story. So as my wife goes downstairs to turn off the hot water, I finally get my wits about me, stop panicking, and realize I'm holding onto a hose. So I bend the hose, put a kink in the hose so it stops. Water coming out, kind of like a garden hose. Son of a! I have to go get the freaking flower again. Yeah. So. Just like, if you can picture, it's like a smaller garden hose. If you want to look under your sink, go ahead. Don't touch anything. But yeah, so I put a kink in there to stop the water, so I can think for a minute, like, okay, now maybe I can put it back on there. And I'm thinking, no, okay, there's no way I can put it back on there while I'm holding it like this. I just don't have enough slack. But then I see a spigot under the kitchen sink, and I said, well, I'm gonna turn this bad boy. I'm already in some kind of crazy trouble. I might as well give something a shot. If I'm wrong, then what's gonna happen? We're gonna get another leak. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. So I turn that, and then I slowly let go of the hose, and the water stops leaking out. But we don't have hot water because I just turned off that side of the faucet. Oh man. Reasonable gamer. Totally unreasonable when it comes to real life. But, alright, so. Blooper, 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 blooper. Leave me alone, blooper. Oh, bloopity bloop, bloop, bloop. I want to get an air bubble. I always panic when I'm in these water levels. Speaking of water, right? Alright, see that arrow? That's where we want to go now, for real. But we need to get one of those shells. Where are they? Stupid shell. Oh man, why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. Alright, so we'll go get the shell. Pick it up. Oh, I said we want to pick up the shell. Okay, so anyway, I get the water all stopped. Okay? So water stopped. We're good, right? And I head downstairs, and my wife has more towels spread across the basement. Apparently, the leak was so bad that it started going down into the basement. Where am I supposed to go? Oh man, I got all those star bits. Now I can't find the stinking path. Here it is. Okay. Oh, Mario. Alright. Oh, there's an air bubble. I'm gonna need that. I just saw it. Where you at? There it is. Give me some air. Some air. So she's running around like, it keeps coming down in the basement. Oh, we're leaking everywhere. Oh, panicking down in the basement because more water is coming into the basement. And she doesn't know that I was able to turn off the water. She thinks it's, who knows where it's coming from. And I can hear her cussing and everything while I'm upstairs, so I can only imagine. But she had to move stuff around really quickly to avoid, our stuff getting all waterlogged and destroyed. And she is awesome. But anyway, so oh man. So we ended up containing all the water, right? We get everything situated and taken care of. And then I'm sitting there downstairs looking at everything, thinking everything's fine, and all of a sudden another part of the basement starts to leak. And I mean, there's a stream of water that starts coming down. So I try to trace it back to where upstairs it could be coming from. And I finally figure out it's the cabinet next to the sink. So I had to take all the dishes out of there and wipe it all down. And we don't have a dishwasher. So now I have a ton of dishes that I'm going to have to wash probably sometime tomorrow. Should probably talk about this game just a little bit. I think we fought this type of Koopa Troopa person before. You basically wait until she shoots the shell and then try to get the shell, and then you can throw it back at her. So let's see, where was I? I'm sorry. So I go upstairs, I dry off everything, and I'm, she's throwing up more towels. And as she's throwing them up, I'm grabbing them, I'm wiping everything. Everything's, finally we dry everything off. And then we're exhausted. I mean, beyond tired. Tired. So, we're ready to go to sleep. And then, of course, my daughter, doesn't sleep good because she's sick. So, right now, my wife is actually sleeping everything off. And I realize I'm out of recordings. So that is why you guys had a week of Skylanders, because that was all I had recorded. I normally don't record the galaxies that far in advance because I don't have to do a lot of editing on the galaxies. It's just, me playing about somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes and it's ready to go. I do a little bit of editing. Yeah. And I don't do a lot of special effects or fancy things, just simply because I don't really know how. And I'm not much of a video editor, so hopefully you guys love my ability to play these games and my charming wit and personality. So anyhow, that at least I can explain what happened and why, and hopefully you guys aren't sick of Skylanders. It's a great game, but some of those were dated because I am trying to get those things back to my son. But anyway, we just got to start going through the ghost ship level that I said almost nothing about. So that was my Thanksgiving. But there is some good news to that, and I'm just about out of video here, so I'm gonna go over that in the next video. Okay? So I don't mean to be such a drag, but long story short, everything is good now. Now that, it's almost time to go back to work. Oh well. Until next time. Bye-bye.